Hello, this is Mark Taylor in New Jersey. Welcome to another session of live online Sahaja Yoga meditation. For the next 30 minutes, we'll meditate together. There'll be moments in which I give some guidance as to where to put the attention or where to put our hands. And other times, it'll be very quiet as we sit and meditate together. Let's begin by raising our inner energy. Some people have already found out it's called Kundalini in Sanskrit. So use your left and right hands together, going up from the base of the spine in front. Tie a knot above your head, and do that 3 times. Then we give the protection or the bandhan from the left hip up over the top of the head down to the right hip 7 times. And now we sit, and we don't want interruptions. We put our cell phone on airport or turn it off. Put our hands out with the palms up. You can rest them on a desk or a table or on our lap. And bring our attention inward, so we can put our attention on our breathing. We can take our right hand, place it on top of our head, stretch the fingers up, so just the palm is resting on the top of our head. We can feel the weight of our right hand. Then we raise the right hand up in the air. And our attention is at the top of our head. Now we switch hands. We rest the right hand on our lap or on the table with the palm up. We place our left hand on top of our head. Now we raise our left hand up in the air. Take our attention up with it. We can put our left hand back down, palm up, And once again, put our right hand on top of our head, stretch the fingers up. You can raise the hand up in the air. And whatever important thoughts we have to think, the plans we have to consider, the events of the day that we have to reflect on, in this moment, we can just have our attention at the top of our head, feel where our right hand is. Let those thoughts go to one side for a few minutes. Okay, we can lower our right hand. Now our two hands are resting with the palm up, fingers very gently outstretched. If our work and rest balance is not exactly balanced, we might find ourselves being very tired, exhausted, a bit irritable, because we're not recharging our batteries. So let's give some energy to our second center, the Swadhisthana chakra. So we put our hand on our stomach. Left hand is resting on our lap, right hand is on our stomach, right in the middle over the navel. And I can just move the hand down about an inch. And our attention is here on the second center. So with our attention, we direct our inner energy, the Kundalini, to penetrate this center, to supply energy, renew and recharge this center, which gets depleted with all of our activity, all our thinking, all the lists that we make. So at this time, we're going to give energy to the center and see if we're thinking about everything or not. See whether there's some gaps between the thoughts, if we're completely in the present and silent inside. Now we'll raise the right hand up a bit and we'll rest the fingers, say the first two fingers of the right hand, on the hollow at the base of the throat. This is the fifth center, we call Vishuddhi Chakra. And this center supplies energy for all of our expression, our voice, our facial expressions, how we gesture, how we communicate. So this gets exhausted, and now we can recharge it. We once again invite the Kundalini energy to strengthen this chakra, supply energy, soothe it down, and clean it out so that our expression is at its purest. Our expression is notable for its sweetness. And notice where your attention is. Maybe it is resting at the top of the head, and there's a silence, a space where there are no thoughts. If there are thoughts, you just watch them. Okay, now we'll take our right hand and place it across our forehead. And here we say to ourselves, I forgive everyone. We say it from our heart, I forgive everyone. Now we take our hand and place it at the back of our head. We can tip our head back slightly, so just a little bit of the weight of our head is resting on our hand. And this loving, mothering energy, our inner energy, which we call Kundalini, it loves us, it redeems us, it forgives us, it cleans out all the negative energy. And we can take our right hand down, place it on the left side of our neck where it meets the shoulder, kind of press, a nice firm grip. We can turn our head slightly to the right. So sometimes we direct our reaction, our temper, outwardly, and sometimes we direct it inwardly. And we condemn ourselves. We criticize ourselves. So let's say this affirmation: I do not condemn myself. And we can now place both our hands on the desk or the tabletop or on our lap in front of us, with the palms up. And we allow this inner energy to do the work. We simply sit and breathe. And that's all we do. Allow this energy to take us into meditation and to balance us. If you start to drift a bit, you're moving into thoughts, or moving into being a bit sleepy and inattentive, take your right hand, rest it on top of your head, stretch the fingers up, feel that your hand is on top of your head, then raise your right hand up in the air. You can move it around a bit, forward and back, high or lower. Find that point where it feels like that's the point where I meditate. That's where I have the fewest thoughts. That's where it feels the coolest. And keeping our attention at that point, we lower our right hand. Take our right hand, place it on top of our head, raise the fingertips up in the air, and with just enough pressure to keep our hand in contact with our scalp, we rotate our scalp clockwise. Maybe images, thoughts, things coming in and out of your attention. You just let them go. Just watch them. Okay, now you can raise your hand up in the air again. And lower our right hand. And we'll work on a few more centers together. So we'll take our right hand, place it on the left side of our abdomen, left side of our stomach, down near the hip, and press. Now once again we'll take the right hand and place it on the left side of the neck where it meets the shoulder. Right hand on the left side of the neck. Give it a squeeze. And if we're human, we make mistakes. So let's say to ourselves, I'm not guilty. Say it 4 times. I'm not guilty. Okay, now we can take our 2 hands, place them in the air in front of us, kind of raise them slightly, and just see what we feel in our hands. Does the left and right hand feel about the same? Does one feel a bit heavier, a bit warmer, a bit cooler? Take the right hand, place it on the heart. You can rest the left hand on the lap. And here we can ask a question. Am I the pure spirit? Ask it 3 times. Am I the pure spirit? Okay, both our hands are now resting on our lap. We're aware of whatever we're feeling in our hands and our fingertips. See if our attention is at the top of our head. Now we'll raise the energy together. Our left and right hand are in front of us at the base of the spine. And as our left hand moves up, our right hand is moving around it, down the outside, up the inside. We take the left hand all the way up to above the head, spin the wrists, and tie a knot. Once again, we start at the base of the spine in front, with the right hand going around the left hand. Get to the top of the head, spin the wrists, and tie a knot. The third time, when we get to the top of the head, we'll tie 3 knots. Now we'll give the protection, the bandhan. Start with the left hip with the right hand, bring the right hand up over the top of the head, all the way down to the right hip, back up and over like a big smooth horseshoe shape, and do 7 of those. Every time you return to the left hip, you count 1 more. Okay, now we can rest the hands on the lap, the palm up. And this concludes the guided meditation. You're welcome to sit and meditate for a few minutes longer. I'll put on some music, which will help to sustain the attention, keep it above the thoughts. And whenever you can, please join us for another online live meditation. Sometimes it'll be a talk by Sri Mataji, and it'll be introduced by a presenter. And other times it'll be a live guided meditation.